Hi, in this video, I will show you how to complete your onboarding journey after creating an account on the Healthstack platform. So there are two, it's either you got your login detail and the account was set up for you, or you set up the account yourself and you remember the email and the password you entered whilst you were creating the admin profile. You'd need that to log in. If you were sent an email and a password to log in with, please enter the email and password here and then click on login. So there are 5 steps to setting up your to completing the onboarding journey. One of which is to update your user profile details, and then to update your organization's details, set up locations, create employee accounts, and configure email. And then you would have completed the process of onboarding. Before I continue, let me introduce the user interface of the platform. As you can see, when I logged in, this was the page we saw, which is the landing page that welcomes you. It welcomes you and calls your name as you know it has been entered whilst you were creating an account. You can see the user profile icon here. This is where you can manage your profile details. You can log out from here. Another option for logout is if you scroll down the menu, you can see logout here. Also, I'd like to introduce the name of the organization. So you can tell that you are logged into this hospital, Hall Medicals. This is where you will find the company's logo. So as we do the onboarding process together, we would update all of these. You can see here the path. It tells you that this is the page that you're currently at. This is the inner page that you're moving to, or you are moving to. So as you continue to see the path increases here, it tells you that you are moving into other inner pages. You are moving from one inner page to another inner page. You can see your user menus here: home, accounting, admin, blood bank, and all of these. Some of these modules do not apply. So if you created an account as a hospital, there are some modules here you will see here that are different from what you will see if you created an account as a diagnostic provider or a pharmacy. A pharmacist will not see clinics or radiology or laboratory. A laboratory organization would have laboratory, radiology, would not have theater, ward, as the case may be. So the type of organization would determine what you can see. But not to worry, you can be able to control what menus that apply to the kind of organization or processes that you run in your organization. All of these is what I'll show you in this video. Welcome back. So I kind of updated the menus here so that it's a little less cumbersome for us to understand. So all of these modules are what applies to a hospital. I'll give you a brief introduction. For admin module is sort of like your settings module. Is where you can manage all the settings that make this platform suitable for the processes that you want to manage in your hospital. Client module is where you manage your patient records and appointments. Clinic module is where you manage all your clinics that you run in the hospital. Communication is where all communications happen: chats, inter and external chats, emails, notifications, and SMSs that you would send on platform. Complaint module is where you would make complaints to either your HMOs or to Healthstack as the provider of this particular platform. Now, if your HMO is currently on the Healthstack platform, you can be able to make your complaints on the platform. Submit a complaint. They would resolve that complaint on the platform. Your patients can also make a complaint to you if they are using the Citizens app. Another thing is that you can make a complaint to Healthstack as well. Then there is epidemiology, which is also the biosecurity module. There's finance for all your payments and financials. There's immunization. There's inventory, laboratory, theater, and ward, as the case may be. So I'm going to proceed to the first step of the onboarding journey, which is to update your user profile. This is at the top right corner of the page. You can see this icon here that shows a person is the user profile icon. There's also a notification bell here where you can get notifications from the different modules and from different users, as they connect to you and to the processing that you do. So I'm going to click on this and go to view profile. Now I'm viewing the admin's profile. Remember, when we created this admin, the name of the admin is Tony John. So let's say we want to update the name. Let's say Tony John is actually Tony Johnson, and I'll update. We've just updated user profile. The next thing we can do is change password. So if I click on change password, what you would want to do is enter your current password and then enter your new password and click on update password to update your password. I wouldn't want to update my password right now because I still need this for another video. But once you've done this and you've done this, you click on update password. You would update your password, and please take note of the new password that you have just updated. As a matter of fact, if you update your password, another thing I usually encourage people to do is to ask their browser to save their login details, to save their password. It is important because of maintaining passwords, because sometimes we understand that there's a lot of passwords that you have to manage, and your browser can help you manage some of your passwords, one of which is the password that you use to log into Healthstack. So if you're using a personal computer or a computer that you alone use, you can um save your password. I would encourage that if you are using a shared device, let's say in your office, you use a shared device, and it's important that you maintain your password, because whatever you do, whatever actions you make on the platform, you know it, it is there. So if you do an action that you're not supposed to do, or if someone else takes your password and performs an action that they're not supposed to perform, it is there that you perform that action. So it's important to protect your password. I would usually advise that you maintain a browser. Sometimes you can log in to a browser and have a profile. Create, let's say Google Chrome, you can create a profile with your Gmail, so that when you are done working for the day, you log out of that profile, somebody else can log into their profile and work. That way you can maintain your password on a shared computer. I'm going to That's how you can manage your password. That's just an advice. You can also upload your signature. So there are two routes to getting a signature on the platform. The need for a signature is because at sometimes you might need to append your signature to a document, or let's say to a patient ID card, and it's very important. So one way you can do that is get a piece of paper, scribble your password, take a snapshot, upload it to your computer or to your phone, and click on upload here. Select this takes you to your phone or your computer's folders where you have documents. You can upload the document and click on save signature. The second route to creating a signature is to draw. So if you click on draw and you draw the signature, let's say the signature is John. No, I'll clear the signature and I'll say this is John. So this is no, I think this is a weird one. Let me do something else. Something John. So let's say this is John's signature and I'll save. So whatever document I need to whatever document I need to append my signature to, that's the signature that will be used. So I'm going to upload or change my image. That's my profile image. This is optional. You can click on the, let me go back, to show the process again. You go to the image icon here, click on change image, go to your computer or your phone's folders, and search for a suitable image. So let me use nurse. Okay, yes, and I'll upload. So this becomes my user profile. So when I'm chatting, when I'm creating a document, when I'm doing anything on the platform, this is my user profile. This is how you can manage and update your user profile on the Healthstack platform. The next step on the user onboarding journey is to go to admin and to organization. um Here you can modify your organization's details. So let's say the name of the hospital is actually Hall Medical Center, and I've just updated the name. Let me update. So I've changed the name to Hall Medical Center. The next thing I'd advise to do is to upload your company's logo. This is important because so when you're printing a report or a document on the platform, sometimes you want, and it has to carry the name of the organization. It might as well carry the logo of the organization. Let me use an image that is um let me see. I use this. Okay, so let's say this is the organization's logo. You can see how this blends. Now this is Whole Medical Center and this is our logo. The next thing to do is to enter your bank account details. I like to zoom this page now because as you can see there's an overflow in the page and we need to be able to see something. So I'll click on add account. Why are we adding account here? We're adding account because sometimes you might want to generate an invoice for your patient, and um you want the patient to pay to a certain account number. This is the perfect way to do this. You enter your account details, and we can use this account details when your HMO has to make payment to you, when your patient has to make payment to you, or when you have to do any kind of bank transactions. This is a good way to transfer your bank details to the next person. This is just demo data. So you can add more than one account, by the way. I'll add a second, let's say GTB, let me say Hall Medical Center bank account. Let me say 111, sort code 345, branch is Lekki. Demo data. This is just demo. The comment is optional. As you can see, I've just added two bank accounts to my organization. This is the second step to your onboarding journey. The next step is to create locations. So if I click on location, why are we creating location? So if locations helps us to manage um, user journeys around the platform, helps us to manage documentation, help us to manage or process documents. So if a patient comes to a certain clinic, you can only log into that clinic to access that patient's appointment and document that patient's encounter in that location, hence the need for location. And there are locations that are, so you would only create locations that apply to your kind of hospital or to your kind of organization. The first location we would create is the reception or the front desk. I know receptions are usually called reception or front desk. You enter the name of the location, whatever suits you, whatever you call your front desk. Is it front desk? Is it reception? Is it welcome area, waiting area, whatever it is? Choose the type of location and create location. The next is we're going to create a clinic location. Let me stop that. Let's say outpatient clinic. That's the name of the location. The location type is clinic. I would create, let me just create a second location for the purpose of this demonstration, makes it easier. So let's say A and C clinic and choose